Well, good evening, everybody. Wanted to update you on the rainfall situation because we are looking at a very real threat of heavy rainfall and localized flooding. Who would have thought we would be talking about this just a few weeks ago? Even August is actually above normal for rainfall. We're getting done with another round, our first round of the evening showers. You could call this the second or third round, I guess, of rain today. None of it's severe, and we're not really expecting severe weather overnight. It is mainly a heavy rainfall situation that we are concerned with, but right now, these last of this latest round of showers continues to move off to the northeast here, out of the central and eastern suburbs and make its way into western Wisconsin. And we picked up some good rains today. Between all of these rains combined, we are sitting pretty for the day, and we are not done with all the rainfall that is yet to come in a couple more major significant rounds late tomorrow, and then again late Saturday. And Saturday is what we're watching for really the next potential of maybe some severe storms with the initial development late in the afternoon and evening hours. But you can track really the path of those late afternoon storms that were severe. That's where we have this swath of heavier rain. So across the metro, some places picking up as much as 1 to 2 inches around the Plymouth area, Crystal area. You get into Minneapolis proper, it really varies. 3/4 of an inch maybe downtown, but into South Minneapolis, you get over an inch. And then in also some of the eastern suburbs of St. Paul, you get closer to Oakdale, North St. Paul, close to a couple of inches. And then you head into the southeast metro, a little less, ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch, and less than that as you head south towards Hastings. So again, this is that swath of those severe storms later in the afternoon today. And the jackpot today has been really this line from Hutchinson through Lester Prairie up to Mound. This was the area, again, this is the path that storm took, that cluster of storms, and then it weakened as far as the heaviest rainfall, but actually picked up in terms of the severe winds that kept going across the South Metro, crossing the St. Croix eventually. That's where we saw that. So that's the rainfall situation. But we are looking at more coming in here as we look further out. You can see a little cluster of seemingly unominous showers down around St. James and Windham. But if we zoom out, let's put on the Sioux Falls radar here, and you can see what's starting to happen to the southeast, or southwest rather. Starting to see thunderstorms flare up in the central and eastern parts of Nebraska, and we really expect this corridor of southwestern Minnesota, eastern Nebraska, northwestern Iowa to fill in here with scattered storms, and then that is all tracking east-southeast with the heaviest rainfall. It looks like the real heaviest potential for flooding rains maybe just south of the Twin Cities. But that does not mean we won't see it in the Twin Cities, because here's what we're looking at. The Weather Service has put out a flash flood watch through Friday morning because of that potential for up to 2 to 3 more inches of rain on top of the 1 to 2 many of us saw today. So that's the flood situation there. And here's the reason why we're expecting this to happen. If you look at this setup right now, you got clusters of storms. We have some across the metro, some in eastern Iowa, and then also Nebraska. But pay careful attention to this bullseye and dew points. The green lines are dew points. We have 74-degree dew points around Omaha and Des Moines, and it drops off as you go north. But what's going to happen here overnight, especially as we get later into the evening hours, is we're going to see what we call the low-level jet kick in. And what that is, and you're more familiar with jet streams, we talk about at airplane flying altitude. You go 20, 30,000 plus feet. But we also, in the summer especially, but any time of the year, get what's called a low-level jet stream, which happens about 4,000 to 5,000 feet above ground. And as the temperatures cool at night, it decouples, basically separates from the lowest atmosphere towards the ground. And so the winds really get moving. And we're looking at, and you can see here, flare up, winds 50 to 60 miles an hour aloft above the ground here by 4,000 feet, and it's shooting right at us. This acts like a garden hose, because what it's going to do coming from that direction is really increase the moisture even more. Pay attention to these yellows and reds. That's a surge of moisture that's coming through, and that's going to really flare up storms here off to the southwest of us that will then move east and in our direction. And we can see that here on the North American model. See the showers and thunderstorms filling here. This is midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., really filling in. And then again, notice it's most intense across southern Minnesota. This is 7 a.m. Friday. So the morning could see lingering showers and storms. I think they become more isolated by afternoon before maybe more develops as we head into tomorrow night. Oops, didn't want that. I'm going to show you just one example of some of the total rainfall amounts here. This is from one of our shorter term models. And again, the bullseye is to the south, but it has thrown out some crazy numbers that I won't even really mention because it's kind of off the charts, but 6+ inches of rain. We'll see if that happens, but the basic thing to pay attention here is where is the red and browns and whites, and that's across just areas just south of the Twin Cities. But the Metro too could see a couple of inches of rain. So that's why we have that flash flood watch out. And then beyond that, we are looking at things getting a little warmer Saturday. And that's why we're watching for the potential for severe storms. Sun could pop out. It's going to be very humid. And we still have that system slowly moving in from the east that will continue to be the forcing mechanism for storms. Should clear out early Sunday, and then we're in for a nice stretch of weather. But now through Saturday night, we're going to have these occasional waves of showers and storms with heavy rain potential because of that high moisture content.